Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And my question of today is, have you bought the XRP dip, or any crypto dip really, over the last couple of weeks? The reason I'm asking you is because I'm kind of wondering if you can relate to this little story. You should have bought XRP when it crashed 97% and struck 10 cents a pop. But did you? You should have bought XRP when the SEC crashed it all the way down to 17 cents. But did you? Something terrible may happen to the price now, and you'll think the bull market is over. You should buy then. But will you? And to be honest with you, this is a little bit of a generic tweet, right? We've seen this a couple of times already, but it is way more important than might meet the eye straight at the bat. It basically talks about how there's a lot of psychology that goes into buying, trading, and I guess being part of crypto, just hodling it. And the majority of it is, when things are good, you expect more good things to come. And when things are bad, you at first have some hope for good things to come, but then expect the worst. And it happens to all of us. When crypto goes down for so many days consecutively, specifically I had it after crypto had been going downhill from 2017 all the way up to 2020, I was starting to sometimes lose a little bit of faith. But it's really at these moments when you're at your lowest of lows of faith in crypto that, theoretically speaking, buying is the best idea. Because if you're having that mindset, most likely a lot of other people are as well. And, well, if they all, I guess, pick up on this anticipation, well, the price automatically goes up. But it's not really even about that. It's about the fact that in hindsight, or in the longer term, I guess you should say, I am convinced crypto will see higher prices. If I was not, I wouldn't keep holding it. I would sell it all and enjoy life maybe. I throughout every single journey believe that crypto will eventually see a higher price than we are today. And so why would I then be scared? It's only a psychological thing because you see prices going down and you sometimes start to believe the fear. I'm just going to tell it here once more. Don't let the fear disrupt you. Hopefully that did not blast in your ears. Don't let the fear disrupt you, guys. You're your own prince, whatever I should say there, of your money. The only controller of your money. It's not in a bank. It isn't within. It's all up to you what you're going to do with that. And again, if you think selling is your best choice, go right on ahead. But I'm quickly putting up here, if you have fear, if you're thinking, oh, no, my wife's going to find out, it's going to go downhill from here on forward, oh, no, I'm so scared. Think about this. First of all, we are in XRP for a good part because we expect the price to go up. I mean, logically, if you're investing into something, you think the price is going to go up. For good reason as well, though, because it looks like Ripple is going to be winning this SEC case, and we all expect the price to do quite proper because they were really not given that fair of a shot, and I expect the price to go up once they win. So that's kind of like one side of it all. Second one is, if you still expect the prices to hit higher points that we have seen today, why would you let go of it? It's illogical, at least in my opinion it is. And by the way, guys, if you're looking for a platform to trade, this is not available in the US and UK, I believe. There are some ways, but it's not available officially. Go check out Bybit, a link is down below. I use it to trade, leverage trade, but there's a competition, which is why I'm talking about it right now. I usually don't really tell you guys about where I trade too much, but there's a competition right now. You can win 30,000 XRP in total, not one person, but split over 10 people. And all you have to do is just make sure you have 300 XRP on this exchange. Make sure it's in your derivatives wallet, not your spot wallet, and do a couple of trades. $100 worth of volume at least throughout the period of the 19th and 29th. That is it, and you might be winning, quite a huge sum of XRP. Right now we are within this bracket, so these are the winning amounts. But the more people that sign up, the higher the money is going to be, and I expect us to end up potentially within this bracket right here at about 200 to 225 people. Most likely being about 15,000 maybe XRP, but it depends. If we can get more, 30,000 XRP is what we can win, so it's going to be pretty damn interesting. Then analyst says Bitcoin correction very similar to 2013. Bitcoin may remain stuck at $30,000 for a while. Now, let me quickly put one thing down here. If we were to stay at $30,000 for a little while, would we actually be sad? Would we be let down by all of that? Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't. I would be quite happy if we could stay at this level because I've been buying, and it only kind of hurts if the price goes down further. It doesn't really hurt if the price goes sideways or just basically doesn't go up. And from a certain perspective, I want the price to just drop like a rock so I can buy more and overcome my own fear of crypto. Then again, I have already let go of that fear a long time ago, and now it's more like a selfish pursuant that I just want to buy low as possible so I can accumulate the most amount of coins because I have some goals of a certain crypto. Like, for example, for Bitcoin, you might, for example, want to have 1 Bitcoin. You might want to have, for example, 10 Ethereum. And you might want to have, for example, 10,000 XRP. Just a couple of examples. I have a couple of those goals set for my own coins as well that I just want to have at one point or another. And the lower the prices are, the easier it's going to be for me to pick those up. So I would not be too sad if this actually were to happen. Quote, this is one of the longest drawdowns Bitcoin has had to deal with during a post-halving bull market. But 95 days is still only half the duration of the big drawdown of 2013. And in terms of price trajectory, this correction also looks very similar to 2013. If we continue like that, Bitcoin will remain stuck around $30,000 for a while. And then again is a question, can the past in this specific sense here predict the future? Does the stock to flow model line up? And are econometricians useful for this specific analysis? All right, we had a little bit of news about Elon Musk. I just have the source open here because there's a couple of fun little discussions whenever I look at Elon Musk and Dogecoin news. But I was kind of wondering, are you guys still holding Dogecoin? I have almost no Dogecoin left, but the amount of memes, the amount of speculation is getting pretty out of hand. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. It's just Elon Musk is really crazy in that regard, and I do like it from a certain perspective, and I do also think it's kind of bad. The reason I'm saying it's good is because the more he does it, the less and less of an effect he is going to have and other influencers are going to have on crypto. So you might call it out the maturation of crypto. From a different perspective, you might say it is bad because he's manipulating the price, even though, I mean, it's only Dogecoin though, so it's not that bad. Crypto whales increased Bitcoin holdings, adding $3.2 billion in Bitcoin to portfolios since May. Yeah, this is something we actually talked about a couple of times on the channel by now, and that is that basically both sides of this story are being fed to you. We don't really know if the whales are really increasing or if the same guys basically are just hoarding more, and we don't in reality know if it's just kind of a shift from, I guess, the current within basically, or a complete shift from weak sellers to strong holders. It's really difficult. Now, here it says the Bitcoin millionaire tier holdings continue climbing despite market prices falling, and we have two little things in there. The Bitcoin whale holdings go up while the Bitcoin price goes down. Yet again, I would say you don't actually from this know whether or not the whales are really accumulating quite heavily, or in just, because look at it from this perspective. It was going up for such a long while. It had one little dip for a couple of weeks, and now it's coming back up. What can you really deduce from this? The price is going up, yet the holdings are going up. The price is going down, yet the holdings go up. What can you deduce? Only that the Bitcoin bull run is not over and these guys are still hoarding through? Maybe. But you can actually see this entire debacle, for example, even this, as, okay, miners had to, for example, sell, and those have a couple of big wallets, because these are wallets between 100 and 10,000 Bitcoin. You might also see it as more institutions getting in, though. You might also just see it as a lot of people who had a little amount of Bitcoin are, for example, putting it over to exchanges because that might be increasing this. Because this could also be an increased amount of Bitcoin in exchange wallets, so basically just deposits towards there. I mean, it can mean so many different things. We can't really deduce too much from all of this, and we saw the entire spot volume go down. We saw derivatives volume go down. We saw socials go down. We saw almost everything go down. Yet still, I think it's almost impossible to deduce anything really significant from it, mostly because, well, what can you exactly figure out from it? Like, what can you know? What can you find out? That you can put all these statistics up there, but what can you derive? It's nearly impossible, at least I've noticed. And then reasons why Bitcoin is not in a bear market is also once more very debatable. Are entities still buying? Are institutions getting into it? Yes. Is the activity going down? Yes. Is it still higher than the majority of Bitcoin where it has ever been? Yes. Is the price still higher than the majority of where Bitcoin has ever been? Yes. Are we just in a couple of months of a decline with more months of, basically incline prior to it? Yes, so there's so many different things, guys. If you're asking me, are we in a bull or bear market, I am not able to tell you. If you ask me, Dusty, do you think the price will eventually go higher than we are at right now? I will tell you yes. What is our expectation? Well, we are not expecting anything necessarily, but we will react to whatever is going to happen in this exact fashion. If the price goes down lower, we have a buying strategy set in place to DCA. DCA meaning dollar cost averaging, which will average our price lower and lower and lower to make sure we are always beneficial from the price going back up at one point or another. Then again, if the price continues to go up from right now, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be happy, just going to enjoy the money, enjoy the flow of enthusiasm in the crypto space again, and you will not see me complain. But that's why, whatever way it goes, we win, 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 win. And yeah, that I guess was it for today's little update. Make sure you check out the Bybit competition, guys. The link is down below. We have 104 people in it already. We need to have more, though. The more, the merrier. I mean, more people's more money. And again, I've told you guys before as well. Right now, it's 30,000 XP. But the more people you get, the more I can bargain for next time. It's not a scam, not a rug pull, not anything crazy. It's just a crypto exchange. So it's one of the easiest ways to earn quite a lot of XRP potentially ever, at least that I have ever seen. So